These words from Anoka legend Charles Horn were not just seen as motivation from the leading contributor to Anoka City Hall, but are what drove the lasting culture of Federal Cartridge Corporation for the last 100 years, which came with a proclamation for the anniversary from Mayor Phil Rice, who presented the plaque to the president of Vista Outdoors, Jason Vanderbrink. We then had the pleasure of interviewing the Vice President of Marketing for Federal Cartridge, Jason Nash, to ask about his insight on the company's history and its significance to the city.
Federal Cartridge Corporation, in this building that we stand in today, was actually founded in 1916. And there was the original building that was built. There was a company here producing ammunition on a very low volume. And then they actually went out of business. And a guy named Charles Horn was looking for paper tubes to put BBs in and found Federal Cartridge Corporation back then. And since then, the company's been in operation for a continuous 100 years. And it's been a staple of the area, and the City of Anoka has been a great partner for us as a company throughout all these years. As we did research leading up to the celebration of our 100th anniversary, we found that less than 1% of American companies actually make it to 100 years. And some famous tech executives have been quoted as saying, we know we're not going to make it to a 100-year-old company. So there's a lot of pride for us in the community in having been here for an entire century. One of the things that helped it become one of the biggest ammunition makers in the world, really, was the operation of the Twin Cities Ordnance Plant. That was actually a military facility that Federal ran, and it taught Federal how to run at a high volume and with many employees, thousands in fact. So that taught Charlie, back then, Charles Horn, and his staff how to run at a very high volume, and made it possible for us to continue to build on that legacy over the years. We've always kept innovation top of mind, not just in products, but also in the way we deliver to the market. So when Federal started, there were a couple of other big companies out there making ammunition, so that we had to be scrappy and find ways to get distribution that weren't common in those days. Barbershops, gas stations, grocery stores, anywhere where people were not getting the ammunition that they needed, we found ways to get in to those locations and really get people experience with the Federal brand. And that's led well into all of these decades where we've found that innovation not only goes through our products, but also in the way we go to market.
As well as one of the biggest partners of the Anoka Police Department, Charles Horn and Federal Cartridge made donations to the city, such as the Anoka Municipal Swimming Pool and to the Waterfowl for Warriors program, and in return has received numerous dedications made, most notably the wildlife conservation area of Kings Island in Anoka. And as a true staple to the City of Anoka, Federal Cartridge Corporation has been called home to families across the county as one of the longest lasting employers of the state.
One of the points of great pride for us, not just operating for 100 years and supporting the military and law enforcement, is providing local folks in the area with jobs that they're proud to call careers. Many of them have been here for 10, 20, 30, 40, and we've even had people here for 50 years, if you can believe it. So it's been fantastic to see that Federal's been able to be a continuous employer for so many people, thousands in the area. And we see more and more new people coming into not only our industry as shooters and participants and hunters, but also working in the factory. So it's been fun to watch a new generation of sons and daughters and people who were never in the industry before coming to work at Federal because they believe in the mission and they believe in the products and the conservation model that's always been at the heart of our company, and really the support for the community. We feel like we're heading strongly into another 100 years of operation.